Hey, what's going on, everyone? If you're new to Intuitive Perceptions, hello, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for rocking with me. All right, guys, so I just want to make a couple announcements before we kind of just get started and get into the gist of your guys' meal, just to kind of let you guys know what's going on. So planetary-wise, this month, Jupiter is in Scorpio and it's retrograde, right? So that's until July 10th, and we also have Saturn and Pluto are both retrograde in Capricorn. Saturn until September 6th, and Pluto is going to be until September 30th. Also, Uranus is going to be, or going to go, retrograde August 7th, and that's going to be in Taurus, but it'll retrograde back into Aries until January 6th, 2019. Also, Neptune will also be going retrograde this month from in Pisces from June 18th until November 24th. Also, guys, regarding the Lovegistics little special I was doing for you guys, I was going to record new love readings for you guys, but Spirit and my guides told me that those readings that are up there are good for May and June. So go ahead and check those out. There's a link in the description box. Also, guys, I kind of added a little thing here. If you check the description box, you guys can find the link to my Amazon wish list. Now, kind of thought this was kind of a good idea. Anyway, the link is there for you guys. If you guys would like to participate and maybe buy a deck that I'm interested in, I'll give you guys a reading, that comes with that purchase. So just go ahead and check the description box. There'll be a link there for the Amazon wish list. It's kind of a way to get a reading for a pretty good price. So check that out, guys, okay? Also, I added a new service to the website. It's called Career Crux. It's a career reading. So there's a link there in the description box as well to there. And also, guys, a donation link can also be found within the description box as well. So yeah, I think that's all that I have for you guys. Oh yeah, this month we're also using the Postcards from Spirit, once again, by Colette Baron-Reid. And we're also using as well the Fountain Tarot for you guys' spreads this month. All right, let's go ahead and bless the decks and see what June has in store for you guys, all right? Father God, I open all channels of light, north, south, east, and west, guardian angels of the four directions, high councils who serve the law of one. Holy pure ones, please anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide every single zodiac sign with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks today. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and are intended to be. Aquarius, the water bear. Okay, so in terms of traditional tarot, we have the Hanged Man reversed, we have the Queen of Cups, the Emperor reversed, the Three of Swords reversed, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands reversed. Here's your postcard from Spirit. I haven't seen this card yet. We'll go ahead and flip it over at the end, and it'll see what Spirit has to reveal to you. You could maybe be dealing possibly with an Aries, maybe possibly a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And maybe possibly a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. All of those signs mentioned, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you can have any of those combinations within your chart as well. All right, Aquarius, what I'm seeing here is no longer sacrificing for this person, place, or thing because your emotions have been what has been ignored, and your emotions have been they just picked up right now, played like a fiddle. Interesting. You no longer are holding back anymore. You're no longer seeing you're no longer waiting around for kind of things to just transpire the way that they are, that they have. You also are feeling, Aquarius, during this time, you may be feeling like, you may be feeling kind of like you're losing a sense of delegation within your environment regarding this person, place, or thing. And because of this lack of, we can call it control, you know, but it's healthy control, of course. And through this lack of, you know, feeling in a healthy sense of control, there's an interesting dynamic here because your emotions were being suppressed. They weren't being listened to. They weren't being heard, not only by the other person, place, or thing, but it was also from yourself. Like, you weren't standing up for your emotions. You weren't expressing yourself the way, or you weren't expressing yourself in an organic manner, you know? And I feel as though that it was kind of, you were just letting things kind of play out the way that they were. But what's interesting here is that through this experience, Aquarius, of hiding your emotions or of allowing your emotions to be excused, you know, by the second party or by you, you learned how important it is to not do that. And you have learned a lot about yourself regarding your emotions. And then there's another, it's like a tri aspect. It's crazy. Then there's another aspect here where it's almost like, if this is happening to you, you know, regarding the person, place, or thing that is bringing this to you, or, you know, doing this to you, you almost feel like you almost feel sorry for them. Like, there's almost like a sense of compassion that's kind of building up here. It's almost like if you looked at the situation and you were kind of like, wow, like, that person's really that dirty, or that person, place, or thing is really that evil or messed up. You know, I feel as though that, like I said, your emotions were suppressed. Then you were no longer holding back. You then seen they were suppressed. You corrected the situation because you were no longer, or you felt like you didn't have any say or control within the situation. And then you learned a lot about your emotions, and then you looked at the situation differently. It caused you to take a step back and to really say, wow, what is this person, place, or thing really doing? Like, why? It's almost like if you kind of realize, like, why are you involving yourself in it? Why are you choosing to become, why are you placing yourself in a position to be an active participant within the situation? Interesting, Aquarius. There was like a little trifecta here that was kind of crazy. Crazy, like interesting, but. And coming out of heartbreak, not wanting to feel in your lonesome anymore. You were over being in that headspace or putting yourself in that position or in the confines of that type of environment where you felt hopeless. You felt like you couldn't understand yourself, and you felt like you were over feeling as though that kind of like being taken advantage of a little bit, you know? You want to come out of that now, and I feel like you have, because through this realization. And I also feel here that you found yourself, Aquarius, kind of like at like a crossroads at the same time, you know, like where you had a decision to make, like, were you going to continue on this path of suppressed emotions and allowing that to happen, or are you going to now, okay, let's say it like this, were you going to allow yourself, regarding the crossroads, were you going to allow yourself to continue on with the suppression of emotions, or are you going to get pushed out of shape because of it and then kind of stir up anger within the situation? And I'm also picking up here too that you may have found yourself plotting, you know, like revenge in a way, and it got really ugly, you know, at least with you internally. It got really you got really worried in terms of what you could do or what could come of this if this was going to continue to be, if you're going to continue to walk down the road of suppressed emotion. this was all a real learning experience here. And I feel like it's good, you know? This, excuse me, this crossroads was really, like, I'm kind of getting here, I'm picturing, like, when you were at this crossroads, you were just like, why the hell am I here? Like, you know, it was one of those moments of realization. And it was a moment of realization, but also a moment of needed change in terms of, I'm not saying that anyone involved in here, including yourself, deserved any of this, but it was just like you had to come to that point. You had to see yourself at that crossroads and really say, whoa, I allowed myself to be here. I allowed this to happen to me. I allowed this to continue on. And therefore, that's why I'm here. And there's also here a really big sense of taking your end of the responsibility regarding how you contributed to this. Oh, I forgot to mention, Aquarius, as I was starting to shuffle for your spread here, I just happened to look at the clock and it said 222. So I would look that up. Google angel number 222. I think there may be something in there for you. It may even relate to the spread here. But back to what I was saying, but this needed to happen because I feel as though that you needed to, okay, I also just picked up, I feel like when you were at this crossroads, you then kind of looked around and you were kind of, you took inventory of who was around at that time to assist you regarding the crossroads. Who was really there to help you? Who was really there when it really counted? But you really found yourself going a little cray-cray. You found yourself kind of being upset. You found yourself trying to manifest or attempting to manifest or wanting to manifest destruction. And I believe that, of course, if you weren't at that crossroads, let's say that the crossroads never came, you just went from like the suppressed emotions to coming out of that and then going straight to like revenge, you know, or retribution, I'm picking up here too. I believe that you maybe would have acted a little bit more upon your ambition. But I feel like you took that step back and you were like, You realized, why am I compromising myself in this situation? Why is this person allowing me to compromise myself within this situation? And it was through this experience that you gained emotional clarity. I also picked up here too that you listened to your intuition as well. It was, okay, I just picked up too that because of this crossroad, when you were at it, you were then given the opportunity to use your intuition and then to come up with the conclusion, you know, that, I shouldn't be here kind of thing. This was a long time coming, I'm feeling here too as well, that this suppression of the emotions, whether it's to yourself or from a person, place, or thing, or both, you know, it really was taxing on you, and it came to a point where you just had enough. You were done. You are done. You are pulling yourself out of this situation now. You don't want to be the victim anymore, I feel. And I also feel here too, in picking up that you necessarily probably weren't the victim to even begin with. You may have kind of became involved in this, or maybe you were just, you know, if this is regarding a partner, if this is regarding family, you were kind of somewhat involved in it, but it was taking that step back and looking at things from a different perspective. And I feel as though that you didn't see yourself being at that crossroad, that you didn't see that coming. But it's good that it did, because then it gave you the chance to to kind of stop, look at what's going on, think about where you're at, look at your environment, who's around, who's there to support you even through the thick and thin, and really come to the conclusion of, what's really worth my time, and am I going to pick my battles correctly? And I'm glad to see that you chose yourself, you know? You made a very appropriate and mature decision in terms of saying, I'm no longer going to indulge within the frivolities of life, to say the least, you know? And, excuse me, you are now speaking up, because my throat chakra is kind of like, oh, you're choking and stuff, but it's been going off ever since I started speaking regarding your spread. But yeah, I'm glad to see it, Aquarius. Now I'm not saying here that throughout the entirety of this ordeal that you're this perfect little angel. You know, of course not. But no one is. But things happen for a specific reason. And I believe now you understand that, and you can see that Divine's timing is of utmost importance when it comes to learning about an aspect about ourselves, because God's Spirit will not put you in a position that you cannot handle in terms of, like, let's say if you want, I don't know, you want a pony, let's just say, right? And therefore God and Spirit know that you don't have any education regarding a pony, or that you're not ready or mature enough to take care of it and to dedicate the time and effort into it. You won't be presented with it, you know? I mean, you can always go out and get one, but I mean, somehow it would just probably not work out, because rejection equals protection. But yeah, I mean, with the Emperor reversed here and the Knight of Wands reversed, like, you're going a little crazy. You were beginning to write your eulogy or something, like, I feel. You were ready to put down. You were ready to tell someone where to go and how to get there and which road to take. But I'm glad that you didn't, Aquarius, and you found your truth within this situation. I'm glad to see that. It's really, really good. All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and flip the Spirit card. See what Spirit has for you. Hopefully you can see it and read it. If you can't, don't worry about it. I got you. I'll read it for you. All right, Aquarius, it says here, the Spirit card, Dearest you, you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also, paradoxically, one with the world, individual, yet part of the great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you are on the right track. Even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul, check in with Spirit, keep going. Spirit loves you, life loves you, we love you. All right, Aquarius, it's pretty good. I like the message from Spirit here. It's just standing up for yourself, and it's knowing that you must do what is necessary for your soul. And when you do soulful growth, everyone who is in support of you and has your best interest at heart should be in support of that as well. They shouldn't even second guess telling you no, or saying that it's inconvenient, or that you shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? The minute that someone says that, or they have those types of ill will towards you, that's when you need to take a step back and say, And you may find yourself at this crossroads quite a bit maybe within the future. But it's all a learning experience. And it all just depends upon how we perceive things. That's weird, of course. The song by Beyonce came up. Listen. Interesting. Most people know that song, but you may want to hear it again, just kind of maybe something in there for you. Right, Aquarius, keep up the good work. Stick to your truth and stand in your truth. And just know that you have full support. Not just with the universe, but with God and Spirit as well. Right, Aquarius, we'll see you.